Okay. Good morning, good afternoon. I just a bit of chit chat. Nothing big. Go offshore tomorrow. So yeah. That's yeah. I'm chatting to Gordon. No, Thomas is going to give us a lift in the road tomorrow. He was on the page. I've got absolutely mental. Um, aye, he's giving us a lift into Norwich tomorrow. We're both going to the same oil rig offshore. How mental is that? By the way, how mental is that? Aye, absolutely class, man. Yeah, just we'll wait till there's a few more on before we chat. Yeah, yeah. Just so tomorrow, right? Just so just chat. I'm just chatting. Tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, good. Saying that, I am. Yeah, 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 yeah. So how we going? I'm all right. I'm all right. Yeah, just waiting a few come on. It's pretty good. I'm dealing with work stuff at the moment as well. It kind of popped up just as I came live. So, yeah, just making sure everything's all right. I'm a chief mechanic, mate. Aye. Let's see something. Let's see. So I'm just. I say sorry. I'm doing work stuff that just as I came live, work stuff popped up. So I will see. Wait a minute. How much is that? YouTube, sorry. What am I doing, man? I'm talking to myself. I'm here. I'm here. I'm thinking. No, don't hurry up or anything. Just take it easy. Just take it easy, man. No rushing, man. That is not a good thing to do. Um, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm listening. I'm here. I'm just looking at what stuff. One way. Where am I going from? From, uh, tomorrow, Thursday. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm just got to do work stuff. Let's see. I'm going offshore tomorrow, so we'll head to Norwich tomorrow. So just getting that sorted. Aye. I'm just looking at train times. Just give me a second. I'm here, buddy. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Aye. Go for. I'm still here. Wee Tam will be on the night. Right, I'm here. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Things. Um, I'm a chief. I'm a chief mechanic, mate. Yeah, chief mechanic. Yeah. Wee Tam will be on the night buzzing. Everywhere. Just tell him everyone likes his chat. Good man. Good wee guy. A total, a nice guy. I like the fact there's Matt Old fart and there's a young team. Gary, I get that, champ. I get that. We're all impatient, but what do you want with Mr. Fencing, man? Yes, absolutely, Al. Absolutely, Alan. Absolutely. Uh, Sending scuddies. Oh, the lift it's all given me, man. It's and do you know the amazing thing is, ladies and gents, I'm getting a lift. How just think about this. I was in the live, not yesterday, the day before, chatting like this. The next thing you know, there's a guy I was saying I'm going offshore Norwich on Friday. The guy goes, I'll see you in the hotel for a pint because I was staying at a Holiday Inn in Norwich the night before, so I'll get there tomorrow. I'm like, what's he talking about? And it turns out he's flying to the same rig I'm on, man. That's mental. He's giving me a lift on the road. I was going to get the train, and the train's fine. Train's fine. But just go down in the car. We could maybe even do a live from the car on the way down to Norwich from Glasgow. So, yeah, all good. Wee Tam's on the night. Right, see what our friend here, Jim's saying. The board are all in. It'll be quite, and let's be honest, see Mr. Kavanagh, he's been made a bit of a fool of by Patrick Stewart and Thirlwell, etc. etc. Billionaires don't like that. And he said himself, he's taking charge. Basically, he's taking charge of the recruitment. Right. Thirlwell and Stewart will be involved in some way, but he's right hands on. He will be all in for Gerard. We'll be giving Gerard what he wants. And Mr. Gerard will not be over unreasonable, but he'll want a lot more than he did the last time, and rightly so. And apparently, we talked to him in the summer and we didn't quite give him what he wanted. I know people are saying that his wife doesn't want to come back. He's just had a grandkid. I'm pretty sure his wife and Stevie will want to come to, will want to be closer to the grandkid. I'm just talking to the wee man and the wee Tam's getting it sorted for tonight. What a cool wee guy, man. But you know what I mean? By the way, if any of you lot want to come on live, please come on. I know it's speaking live isn't for everyone, but if you come on live and it wasn't working, you just log off. Nobody will hold it against you because it isn't easy. No, Bob, it's still as it was 9 o'clock last night. I'd say, Chief. The Tom, the Tom, aye, wee Tom's ace, man. I like wee guy. Something I'm really looking forward to is winning. But see, I can't wait for the young team to see success at Rangers. They've only seen 3 trophies since they were born, basically. Did you think it's the Union Bears? They've never seen. I don't know what age you kind of leave the Union Bears, but I'm saying if you get to 24, it's maybe time to, because it's a young man's game that. But even 24 is probably old for them. I don't know. I don't know. But they've not seen the success. I understand why a lot of fans don't want Gerrard. I didn't want him the first time, and I was kind of proved right. And I'm making a fool of myself. I'm contradicting myself. Only winning 9, but see when you break it down, these trophies, he should have had at least one more trophy, minimum or 2, but he didn't. But he gets us. But he won us that league. But yeah. God, Kev, I'm paranoid. Just see that first game against the United. At least it's Ibrox just go and flipping win it, man. Well, there we go, Nicky. Thanks for that, mate. Thanks. I've been out doing bits and bobs. Like I was getting my toiletries and that for heading down to Norwich for going offshore. But yeah, I think it's a 3-week trip. I'm getting as well, and I don't like to talk money, but it's it'll see me till the house I move out here. It's a bit of a beast of a job, mind you. It's all outdoors and all, but and obviously which can be. I'll get the scaffolding guys to build a habitat around us. So scaffs are brilliant people, man. I can talk to scaffs all day. What I'm going to do, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, John, sorry, Chief John. I know all the arguments against him, and I'm right behind you. I get why it is. But John, here's a question for you, champ. All the McInnes, right? I think it's between Gerrard, McInnes, Kev Muscat, maybe a couple of outsiders. Right. Let's say there's five, right? I think it's Gerrard and Sky Sports News. It's nothing important. All five managers, there's going to be a minimum of 20% of the fan base don't like him, right? Don't want that person for whatever reason, right? Um, you think, and there's one coach out of all them that when he puts the scarf above his head, that will all kind of go, okay, then the one that will get the most is Gerrard. I think out of all, once he's here and goes, let's go. You think, see when he goes on Sky News, and I hope what he does this, he does something like this when he looks into the camera and just goes, let's go. You know, oh, I've got goosebumps. Look at that, my hair's going up just thinking about that. But yeah, absolutely. And Gary, he's just had a child, a grandchild. I'm sure it's a mother's instinct to want to be near the first grandchild. I think it's a daughter as well, isn't it? So yeah. What? Why do Union Bears? You need to ask the Union Bears. So is it? Do you know? I'll tell you exactly what it is, Duncan. Sometimes they get on the wrong side of the pole. If somebody's got something distinctive on, they can. Oh, it's a guy with a orange, blue, and a thingy top on. If they're all in black, it's a guy in the black. They can't. It's difficult. Hey, Ryan. Here, Ryan. Great comment. Here's something I think of. There's two players in my mind that jump out instantly that Gerard will be like, come here. His man, his boy, his lad, his go-to, the guy he'll get on with is Raskin. Him and Raskin, they'll be like peas in a pod. They'll be like peas in a pod. And Raskin will flourish under Gerard. Gerard, I'm pretty sure Gerard's been watching Rangers and he can't wait to get hold of Raskin. He can't wait to get hold of Raskin. You know what I mean, mate? You know, and young Curtis, he won't play him every game because he knows a young 18-year-old boy needs spells out. Gerard was that, Gerard was like that. I'm teaching to suck eggs. Curtis will be playing. The problem is, I think Moore has a clause that he can only play. He's got to start 22 games. Whether this will be part of Gerard's thing saying, well, we need to cancel that. If Rangers need to pay a huge fine to Spurs, so be it. I think money and conditions are all in Gerard's favour. He'll get what he wants. But Gerard will not be unreasonable. He will not be unreasonable. He's a good man. I know, Alan. All that fact, and it made it very easy for him to say yes to Villa. The fact he's not had an EPL game, an English Premiership job since then, says it all. I think there's a bit of he got stuff wrong, unfinished business. He knows he's a working class boy. He's a football fan first and foremost. He knows. He knows. Absolutely. Right. Tav's a legend at Rangers. I don't want to get into the Tav argument. He's here for one more season. He gets a captain's. He's going to be a captain at the end of the season. Gerard is not taking a captaincy off him, and I'd be gutted if he did. Yes. Yes, it is. Sharpie, you've got to remember, Sky have got legal stuff and that. They can't just say that. Uh, you know. Here's David. David, I think so. That the talks will be ongoing. I'm pretty sure. Listen, David, I'm sure you're no man's fool. Gerard, what we've got to remember that Gerard loves the Rangers. He's a Liverpool man. We all know that. There's nobody. Liverpool are his team, but he loves the Rangers. We've seen stuff he said since he leaves Rangers. You see on Instagram, his kids running about with like Rangers strips on. And the thing is, take him away from playing football on a Saturday for Liverpool and managing Rangers and the other teams. See when he's in the house, he's got Sky Sports News on. He's got this Monday Night Football. It's Watford, Burnley, or whatever. It doesn't matter who he plays. He watches football. Who are Rangers playing this week? I'll guarantee you, he's on the Rangers. He watches Rangers socials. He watches. I'm going to assume he's got Rangers TV, or he'll certainly have an admin access to it or something like that. And he'll watch your games because he's a Rangers fan. He'll know those players, and he's nobody's fool. He'll have saw Russell Martin start. That job's going to come up in a few weeks. He'll have done his homework on us. He'll have done his homework on us. Make no mistake. Right, there we go, David. Good evening, John lad. How are you doing, old boy? When I say old boy, I don't mean it in a bad way, by the way. It's the way me and my pals chat. Aye. It's been great on here the last few days. I don't. I'm not bragging at that, but I just looked at. I'm at 1.6 million views since the minute Russell Martin gets sacked. So that's quite. It's pretty decent. Like Sharpie boy, Sharpie. I don't mean boy in that bad way. Sharp mate. I think it's a dead set. He's coming. I've got no issues. Beale will be heard, seen and not heard. He'll be doing the training up at the ground, whatever other duties he's got. He'll be in the dugout on a Saturday, giving notes to Gerrard. Like Gerrard said himself, when he was here, it was perfect at Rangers. Beale was part of that perfect scenario. So you know what I mean? It was Andy lad. Andy, do you know a lot of the times I don't I forget about a lot of the names on the pages and that, but see your display pictures, Andy there, the display picture. I'm not sure, Bruce. There's a feeling there. Right, you think of it. Let's think about this. We were talking about this last night, the scenario. Rangers losing Sunday. You know, I come on here for the last 10 minutes and it all snowballed. And right, they've got that awards ceremony on Sunday night. They interviewed Gary Martin for both glowing praises. Martin gets sacked. Monday, Rio Ferdinand releases that podcast, which was great. Or was it Tuesday? It was yesterday. Yesterday. Then it comes in that Gerrard's and Sky Sports News. There's a perfect storm here. You know what I'm saying, gentlemen? Do you know, there's one thing I hate people saying is I told you so. It's all right, Shane, I get it, but it fucking annoys me, man. Aye, team. But you're a Matlaw, so and you're a crab mariner, aren't you? So you stink. You go for a shower. That's a joke between us, by the way, because so mariners do wash now, but they never used to. I'm just joking. He's a submariner. I was in the Royal Navy 7 years and I wouldn't go near subs, man. But back in the day, that I think one of the main reasons I wouldn't do it was because you had to do the tank, I think called the tank, but you don't do the tank anymore, don't you know? I wouldn't do that tank for all the tea in China. Right, Sky Sports News, get it on. Gordon Duncan at Ibrox. The latest. Plans for talks with Rangers and Steven Gerrard this week. If Rangers are talking to Gerrard, he's coming. There's no way. If Gerrard didn't want to come, he would have shut it down quickly. And Rangers would have shut that chat down as well. They would have let it know in the ways they do it. Where Steven Gerrard is not in the Rangers lineup anymore. It's that simple. What's Smiras now, mate? I don't know if you can say it. I mean, I know you've got OPSEC and all that. What's that, mate? Yeah. Yeah. Stability, the class that he is. And we saw his interview the other night with Big Rio. He knows there's places he's weak at. So he's going to employ players, coaches that cover that. That's vital at any line of work, isn't it? Like, you know, I'm going down to Norwich. I think it's going to be 3 weeks offshore. The job we're doing is actually it's changing gears on the gears of the gearboxes are the size of your living room you're sitting in, but it's about a lady part of my job. But we've got the right parts. We do the right things for that, you know. Um, Gurney, Chief, there's no doubt about that, mate. Gerard will get carte blanche. He'll get what he wants, and we can give him it. That's the thing. We can actually give him it. See, is that camera dirty? Can you see me all right? Is my feed okay? But yeah, it's yeah. I love Gerard, man. Yeah, well, Jim, there's legal stuff to be done. There's, you know, from what we understand, I mean, there's people that I trust are saying it. And Ricky Neal is somebody you need to listen to. He was on Sky today. Listen to Big Rick. Um, I believe they're meeting in London on Thursday. Mr. Cavan is flying in from the States on Thursday. You know yourself, when it comes to big stuff, London's a place. I know. I'm not going to an argument about London, whether people like it or not, but that's the way it is. And that's where all the lawyers and blah, blah, blah. Where was that? Was that? Sorry, somebody said something there. Sorry. Also, Frankie. Al, you know yourself, January's not the best for getting players. He'll get some, but he'll not get them all. And Gerard knows that. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, Alan. But we're 7 points clear. I'd love to be 7 points clear than now. No, that's not even a go at you, by the way. That's just me with my knickers chat. Like, Hernan, Hernan the legend, Hernan the absolute legend. I love Hernan. One of my life's ambitions, and I'm not being funny with this. I've known Hernan, as you all know, he lives in BA in South America, in Argentina, Buenos Aires, Rangers daft. His story's fantastic. I've been lucky and been around the world and all that, but there's somebody I've always wanted to meet because we met through Twitter and that was Hernan, and I met him at last year when we went to Hampden. It was great. But yeah, right, Tam lad. Hope, yeah, I hope. I think he's. I think. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we all know it until the fat lady sings, until he's at Ibrox saying "Let's go." He's not done, but he's got to come, man. Like, he can't know, man. But yeah. Listen, I'm going to take the headphones off. All right, yes, okay. The feed's good. I'm taking my headphones off. Listen, you may hear some noise in the background. What it is? Can you still hear me? What you might hear some noise in the background. We're getting work done in the building, and they're sucking out the foam between the cavity wall. It's pretty noisy. A good bunch of lads have had good crack with them, like getting them cups of tea and stuff. But if you hear noise, that's what it is. But yeah, it's a nice. I'm glad Herland's on. Herland's a great guy. Go follow him on Twitter. Just a gentleman, a football man. I think he's a Boca fan. Slightly. I think if he's a Buenos Aires team, it's it's a city in the world that's got the most professional football teams. There's about 12 or something. It might even be more. One of my ambitions in life for football, I'd love to go to the Boca River Plate game, man, at the La Bombonera. That stadium's mental, man. It's just, yeah. Chap talking and Sky Sports with the Rangers fans talking sense. Yeah, there's that as well, Stuart. But I think also, no, he did talk to Stuart, but we weren't going to give him what he wanted as well. Listen, if Gerard wants to come, he's coming. I don't mean to, he's a breadwinner. But Stuart, something we need to think of. He's had his child, his grandkid. She'll want to be closer to the daughter, to be able to go and see her. Right, I'm going to ban you, mate. Okay. Shall I ban this guy for saying, Johnny, are you having a joke? Nah, fuck, you can get to. Look, here's an eye. So I think I see when it comes to Lennon, by the way. I think Lennon's a great pundit. I can listen to him all day and all night. Is that the stadium? What if that the stadium? What do you mean, champ? Right, I'm just checking the page and all that. I can fuck this off. Sorry for swearing. I try not to swear. A wee grandson. It's just a nice place to be now. There's a bit of calm around us now, isn't there? Although the arguments on the page, man, I wish some people would calm down on the page. I hate banning people. I've banned a couple. There was a racist one as well. I'm like, listen, my kids are brown, so get that to F. Some great comments from you guys, by the way. It's a page. It's like I know I've got a few followers in that, but it's the punters, man, that make that page, man. People still think Pep, not Pep, Klopp will come. The thing is, see if Gerrard doesn't come, it's a bit of egg in the face for Kavanagh. I think I can't see past it. The tax bill thing keeps going up. It's nothing. It's up in. I think it's. I always thought it was April the 31st, but somebody corrected me on here. The reason I know about the tax thing because I do the same thing as Gerard. I use not this year, but I've been using the same tax. I've been on the same tax code as Gerard since 1999. You can't come in the UK more than 90 days in the financial year, and that's what it was. Because we only pay. Well, you don't pay any tax, but I do pay tax. I'm in business. I'm a business, so I pay business tax. But yeah. Wales also trained early ahead of their trip to Wembley. Sit right on. Next Monday's huge World Cup qualifier at home against another top 10 ranked nation in Belgium. Belgium. We're going to be watching the Belgium game, Wales. I'm a quarter Wales, so always keep an eye on Wales. But And the thing is, people go on Gerard, sorry, what's his? He's a tap, mate. I'm skint. Honestly, the more you earn, the less you spend. The more you spend, man. Honestly, I was proper the bones of my arse a few months ago, man. Like, I had to borrow money off mates. Shouldn't really go into that kind of stuff, but well, I'm all right now. Like, but this job's not. This job's a. Yeah, that's brilliant. I'd love to go to that, Al. Yeah, Nicky, I get it that people get a bit hot. And do you know who the biggest penis on that page? I'm out of line at times, completely out of line. You know, and I regret it. I'm going to have an amnesty in a few weeks. I might even do it tonight. I just say it like if people are banned, if any of your mates are banned, let them know and I'll unban them because I found out how to do it. One of my best pals, Debbie, she doesn't post often on the page. Debbie Anderson, I've known her since I was 4 year old. Not a close, not my best mate, but I've known her longest in my life. You know, when it comes to friends, she's a die-hard bear. She watches it all right. But somebody I listened to, I actually banned her better half the other week, a few months ago, and I was quite embarrassed about it. I've unblocked him today. So if you're watching me, and if Debbie's not daft at all. Debbie's a legend. If Debbie's watching, I apologise again to you. That's wrong. You know, because I can be out of line on there. I'm a bit of a, you know what I mean, bit of a hand pump. I've been there 20 years, mate. My youngest is 17. My oldest is 19 now. My stepdaughter's 28. I've got a grandkid. So yeah. I'm back in Scotland because of off-season play. Because I'm Cameron. I'm self-employed technically. Well, no, I'm self-employed. Agencies phone me, Frankie, can we put you forward for XYZ job? And they put me forward. I either get it or I don't. So, but the thing is, if I'm living in Thailand, it doesn't matter if the job's in Brazil, Hong Kong, or whatever. They'll fly me, but nobody will fly me from Thailand to the North Sea. So when I'm in Scotland, the North Season play. Absolutely, and that's happening anyway, sir. That's happening anyway. Gary, we don't know. The thing is, Gary, see questions like that. That's stuff that gives me a buzz because we're going to see it. It's going to happen. We're going to see. He's going to bring this person in. I seen Ryan Jack talking about it today, and Ryan Jack's a bear man. It's a city called Rayong City, 2 hours south of Bangkok. I'm 50 minutes from Pattaya. I lived in Pattaya for years, right in the coast. Look, I'll be doing a because once I move out the flat, once the new owners move in, I move to Tatton. I'll be there. I'll be there full time. That's where I live. I might do the odd offshore job. It'll only be if they're flying me. And I'll be doing a heck of a lot more of this stuff. Kate, my wee girl, my youngest Kate, she's buzzing about this. She can't believe I'm actually getting money off Facebook. It's not a lot. Trust me, it's not a lot of money. It's nothing to bone about. But like the people that sub to the page, it's 99p a month, like, and I cringe at even that. That money goes 50% of it goes to a stray dogs foundation. It's called Soy Dogs. Soy in Thailand means stray dogs. So the wife gives 50% of the money that you guys give me to them, and the kids and my grandson that go for a nice dinner. So, oh, you're in Samui. Do you know something, mate? I've never been to Samui. And the thing is, I DJ house music and all that. I DJ in Party in Bangkok years ago. I still do now and again in Rayong, but I've never been to Samui. The thing about Samui, mate, and you're probably see the lady boys thing. I get it. It does my nothing. The thing is, what people don't realise, Neil, and you're right to say, I know you're bantering. The thing about the ladyboys and GJ will tell you they're everywhere. They're in the 7-Elevens, they're in mechanics, they're in normal jobs. It's not just the sex game. Bangkok glass pattern. Cora, nah, not for. I've not. The first time I'd been further north in the old airport was only last year. We went up to Buriram, and that's some stadium Buriram I've got. Soy dogs, aye. So, yeah. So my wife gives 50%. I think my subscriptions I get about is about 120 quid a month. I get, so that goes to the wife and kids and the Soy Dog Foundation. So I'm just a mechanic, just a chief mechanic. I'm normally in drilling rigs. I'm busted. I'm 51. Like I don't do myself any favors. I'm a fat so and so. Like my hands. That's from just the work. You know what I mean? I'm done. Because when I go offshore, I get my head kicked in. By the way, and this job I'm doing now is 100% outside in the North Sea, man. But anyway, No, thank you. No, that's done. And is he not in jail? I think he got arrested recently. He's been terrible. I think he's had a lot of trouble since he went to Colombia. But nah, for all we're bringing Gerard back, I don't. Nah, aye, mine's from Rayong, so yeah. Oh, mate, see, Neil, see if you were over, see if you were within 50 miles of my house, I'd be like, "Ah, right, come down to mine for a day. Give you some of the wife's cooking, then just go around local, you know what I mean? There's night. I'm not a beaches person, even though I live on a beach. But the beaches where I live are stunning, like the sand annoys me. Yeah. Yeah, because when I start to do my podcast, not Ranger stuff, other stuff, there'll be a lot more about Thailand. There'll be a lot. I've got my mate Mickey that's backing me. He's going to help me line up music people and movie people and all that to chat to. So yeah, are you a Matlow? Marine engineer mechanic, just engines, the downstairs and the engines and compressors and pumps and stuff. And I've done that since. That's all I do. It's given me a good life. Like if I could go back and do it again, I'd go down the electrician road. The electronic tech, the computer stuff. That wasn't quite a thing when I started my career in 1992, but it is now. Because I'm going to get arthritis and all that. I'm going to need hip replacements, knee replacements, and all that. You know. Yeah, that's what I did. So yeah. As long as we've got, like, I mean, I'm sure I don't know if you've seen my videos, but like the beach is here. I'm looking at the beach now. You know what I mean? But I could do this outside. No, they're working outside actually. But calmness. Yeah, like do you know? Right, see the waves right now. It's pretty choppy. If I wasn't on my use, I find my head or the windows need clean. But I find myself drifting to, and I'm just like that watching them. When it's flat, it's nice. But there's something about the waves. It's something about when it's choppy. You know what I mean? Uh, I'm just going to look at the page right just. I'm not buggering off. I'm just looking at the page, just making sure. Damn it, status quo. Chris is good, man. I still think Thelwell. No, I think Stuart will be replaced within 6 months. I'm pretty sure there'll be a new CEO comes in or whatever you call him. I think he's gone, mate. Gone, people, because he's there's making mistakes, but this has just been a howler this last few months. See this. This is one that bugs me. It's all speculation. Let the owners decide who the next manager will be. Oh, Rangers are not phoning me up to ask who it is. So there's no point in saying who's going to be the next manager. You know what? I can't be bothered with that stuff. That's the comments that bug me in the page. It could take another week, so there's no point in saying who's going to get the position. Just glad that no mark is going, and I don't think they'll get it wrong again. What's the point in being online then? What's the point in moving a page if I can't comment on who I think the next manager will be? See in the past, I'd have banned that guy, but I'll just let it run. But do you know I'm out of line there? Do you know what I mean? Uh, Actually, when I worked in government, but am I making sense here? No, I'm in Scotland in Troon. I've got a flat here, but I've sold it. But it's Scotland's Troon. Aye, Royal Troon Golf Club's just out the window, that other window over there. But yeah, I think that's a kind of dead set, really, mate. You know what I mean? I'm not 100% default, but I think Beale will be back. Beale will be back, and I've got no issues with that. Oh, they've been micromanaged now. They weren't before. They are now. Aye, and I think they're on a sugary page. People have said Thelwell might be a stumbling block for Gerard. Completely and utterly not. If Gerard says I'll come, but only Thelwell goes, Thelwell will be gone in a heartbeat. Thelwell is not important. That job can be replaced easily. Gerard can do it, and a few others. That is not a difficult job to do. You know what I mean?
And that's my it's not my job, Alan, but that's why we all blare like this. We love talking about who's going to be the next manager, who's going to do this. I love posting on the page and that. Then you get guys, and it knocks the wind out my sails when they say that. Oh, don't talk like that. Whatever the guy's saying, you're like, fuck off, man. He's not a football coach. He's not got his tickets, mate. He can't do that. No, the under 18s will come up or whatever it is, or the lady coach or something like that. That's not an issue. Nah, not yet, Dan. Not yet. There's a bit of legal to and fro to go. You know what I mean? The fact that we've still not appointed a interim coach says it all, mate. That says it all. There's something they know. They'll have phoned Gerrard and said, "Do you want to come to Rangers?" Yes, yes, I do. But this is say, well, we'll need to sit and talk about it because there's a lot of legal stuff to be done. People get Gary Mackin and all that. You know what I mean? There's bits and bobs to be done. You know. And as I've said already, and I will repeat it because as people join, um, I forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, massive tube. Um, there's legal stuff to be done, and yeah, I forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, it was you, Dan. You put me off there. As you know, saying it. Yeah, but well. The thing is, there's not a massive rush. There's 10 days to the Dundee United game, so it's not a massive rush. So yeah, it's all come at the right time. Well, it should have been done weeks ago, all right, but yeah. I know, Andrew. It did. That's what it was. That guy. Sometimes it's like, why are you on the page then if you don't want to chat? This is, like I say, I've had 1.5 million views from Sunday. You know, what I mean, this chat is it's good banter. Yeah, I get what you mean, and I know there's people way more want to more intricate details about Rangers than me. I know there's people who want to know everything. They want to know how many bricks are in the facade at the main stand and all that. And that's amazing. Though these people, the stats people, yeah, I know what you mean. I think though, sure, I think they're back in tomorrow. I think they've had Monday warm down away. They're home for a couple of days. You know, obviously they're going to their local gyms and all that if they went back to England or whatnot. Not, but they'll be in on Thursday. I think. You know, it is that. I don't think Barry will come in as an interim again. I think he said that if he comes to Rangers, it's as the manager, and I get that. Barry's Barry, but yeah, yeah. Australia 22 for 9. That's no good against Australia cricket. Oh, it's the women's. Not that it matters, but yeah, yeah. Right, here's the thing: it's the ticker in Sky Sports News saying Rangers to hold talks with Steven Gerrard this week. That means he's coming to the UK for talks, or maybe well, we maybe fly out to him, but that's not something we do over a Zoom call. I don't think. I think that's a face to face. Do you agree? That's a face to face thing. What? 100%. I'll just unplug this. But yeah. Oh, yeah. Excuse me. So is everyone comfortable with Gerrard coming in? See, right, okay, here's a question. See those of you that don't want him in, right? And I understand why. Are you kind of okay with him coming in, or do you just not want him, period? You just do not want Stevie Gerrard back. You don't need to give a reason why you don't want him back, because we know why you don't want him back. It's simple. You don't think he can do the job, and there's no I've got no issue with you saying that at all. You know, as we Stacey. Yeah, I mean, I love Barry Ferguson. That's one of the best footballers I've ever seen in a blue strip. Um, and at the end of the day, like his brother and his nephew and all that, they're Rangers fans. You know what I mean? That's it's just me and you at the end of the day. Stu, I don't think he will get them as well. The Rangers will be backing this gentleman to the hilt. You know, he holds the cards here, let's be honest. But he won't be unreasonable. Gerrard will not be unreasonable. This is a working class guy, remember. You know, this is a scouser. You know, extreme similarities to Glasgow and Liverpool, Rangers and Liverpool. You know, working class teams. Sadly, they've both had horrific disasters in their time, and they've won a lot of trophies. They've got the biggest support. Well, Man United are probably, but you know what I mean. But Rangers by far the biggest supported team in the country. But yeah, yeah. The Stu that's given me. Stu, still can't believe that. Stuart, chap off the page, we were chatting with the other day. Turns out we're both going to the same oil rig to work. Dice has said he won't take it. I think Dice is probably looking at the Forest job. Gerard's coming. I can't see past it, mate. Yeah, Gaza as well. Andy Gorham, Richard Goff. We can go on. But yeah, absolutely. Where are we? Yeah, there we are. Yeah. I think there was I think because King said the other week that I know King and Park don't like each other. King said Douglas Park caused the rift the last time. So yeah, there we go, Jim. That's cool, mate. I would take Hange, but it's not going to happen because you know his life would get threatened and all that. His kids would get abused and all that. I think Ange is a thoroughly decent person. I like Ange. I think he's a nice guy. I think he's a good coach. You know, but yeah. Albert's my favourite player. My first favourite player was John McDonald, believe it or not. That was just before McCoyskey. McCoyskey Pelt was the first 2 years. We were singing Ali Ali Get to, but yeah, Coop as well. This is a dodgy thing to say, and I never like saying it. What people kind of conveniently forget about David Cooper, he was one amazing game, four missing. He was the most inconsistent player I've ever seen at Rangers. But anyway, see if he wins this semi final next week or a few weeks. A night, a gentleman. And I tell you what, see, I think Martin O'Neill, I like Martin O'Neill, I can listen to him all day. Brendan Rodgers is a decent person, you know what I mean? And I tell you what, see people that I know that know Lennon, they say, see when you get chatting to Lennon out in the piss or that, he says he's top bloke, which Lennon's a Celtic man, he's a Northern Ireland man. He's a Celtic man. He doesn't like Rangers, and there's nothing wrong with that. At least we know who he is. It's not like people like Jim White, who is a Rangers fan, tries and says he's not because of the public image. You know what I mean? Or Lennon can't exactly hide the fact he's a Celtic fan, but you know what I mean. Aye, I've got to respect anyone that's begrudgingly that's like that. You know. And here's the thing: like him and Gerard lived next door to each other in the West End. Yeah, legend. Yeah. And I think I hope and Gerard, I'm looking forward to it. The young boy from Kilmarnock might end up. He's a neighbour more or less. I think anyway. But yeah, I'll be watching the Scot. We'll see the Scotland game at the weekend. Oh, it's tomorrow night, isn't it? Actually. But yeah, I'm just watching the MLS. God, that's the MLS. Yeah. But aye. So Gerard and Gary Mack will be there. Beale will be there. I think Defoe will be there. Yeah, definitely. He might not be first team. He might be more the kids, but maybe I'll be wrong as usual. But we'll see what happens. It's exciting times. And the banter's been good. Like I don't know how much longer I'll be on. I'm certainly wee Tam's on the night from about 9, so that's great. Wee Tam, man, Tam's a class act, man. Good wee guy. Remember when he came up here? I guess that was the reason I've not done any of these lives or podcasts for ages is because the last time I did it, my Wi-Fi upload speed was knickers. And with me moving house and all that, I phoned EE to see if I could get it upgraded, but an engineer had to come and all that. And I was like, I know, I had to get the cable put in or whatever it is. I don't know. I was like, I'm moving out in a few weeks, but luckily even though when I move out, say I move in December, I've still got 11 months to my contract. They said, no, I will not hold you to that. Well, you're moving abroad, that they'll give you. And then they gave me global coverage to my phone, not just Europe, global coverage, no extra cost. So that was good. There is that as well, Scotsman. There is Scottish Man in Blue. That there is. That's something, yeah. Are they both in BBC? All right, good to know. Cheers, Alan. Absolutely, Jim. Of course I will. Of course I will. Roy Aiken, big Paddy Boner as well. Paddy Boner's might be a good guy. Yeah, I think. See, at the end of the day, they're all decent people. You know, I mean, they're human. You know, it's the first time I was in Hong Kong about 7 8 years ago. The nine in a row lot were out doing the Hong Kong Sevens football tournament. And there's no Rangers Supporters Club closer to Rangers than the Hong Kong Rangers Supporters Club. They got on extremely well. They're tight. But me too, there'll be a bit of that. And I tell you what, there was running about Hong Kong for 4 days with Charlie Mirror, the goalie. Me and the goalie were tight anyway. Dale Gordon, who else was there? Big Marvin Andrews, Hoostra, Moles, who else was there? Alec Ray. It was just brilliant. And it was just like Bomber. And it was just like being with mates. You know what I mean? Just like being with mates. And I'll tell you, I'll tell this story a lot. You might have heard it before. When they were there, it was a Champions League final. I think it was one of the ones at Wembley. I can't remember. Obviously, Hong Kong time, it was on like 5 in the morning. So I was still awake, but that was. But anyway, I didn't watch it, but I went to my bed then. About 3 in the afternoon, we used to, the Hong Kong TV had it on, they showed the full game from like 3 in the afternoon, Hong Kong time. So we're in this bar called Meza Me and Wan Chai. All right, then there was other teams, Leicester players were there and all that. It was loads. It was on the telly. So we're watching. I was sitting next to Bomber, right? Gordon Jury was close by. There was a couple of Hong Kong players. I was right. So the game started, and it was as if I was watching you lot. I made a comment, the first tackle, the first sort of controversial one. I was and they all just looked at me, and I realised, you know something, I'm talking absolute dog crap. We know nothing. And then see listening to those players talk about the game, you're like, holy cow, we know absolutely nothing, man. You know what I mean? It was he was a gentleman, by the way, a real nice guy, by the way. He was he couldn't have done enough. I remember having a chat with him, me, Dale Gordon, Gordon Jury, Nizzy, and Ron Atkinson, because Ron Atkinson was for the sportsman's dinner. Ron Atkinson was the compere, the sportsman chat. He was, but it was nice. Colin Henry come in and was an absolute beast for us. Absolutely brilliant, man. Absolute brilliant. I think he had a bit of trouble, didn't he? But anyway, I'm not going to. That's not the place to talk about that. But yeah. Walters Bar's opening thingy. Some kids chucks stink bombs in. That's all it was. It was nothing mental last night. So if you're a Rangers pub in Glasgow, you're going to get twats. Yeah, but yeah. Stevie Clark, the Scotland man, just so easy to dislike. Even just looking at him, like, I want to wipe my face with I want to wipe my bum with your face, you little goblin. But I want Scotland to do well. One thing about Scotland, we always get cracking strips and training gear, don't we? I like the Scotland badge, the big yellow one. It's brilliant. Do you think Michael Moles? Oh, Charlie. Listen, if he hadn't get that injury, we probably would have held on for him much longer. He would have ended up in England. And I'm telling you, you saw him yourself, mate. He'll ended up at Manchester United, Liverpool, Arsenal, Tottenham. I mean, or even a club like Bayern Munich themselves. That was a guy going to the top. See the way he did that turn, and the way he controlled the ball, held him off. It was frightening. When he was in Hong Kong with his Michael Moles as well, he's quite quiet, isn't he? And he was on his phone constantly. That's not a thing. But anyone talked to him, anyone had a photo, he was there. But I tell you what, the one that's, I don't want to say surprised me. See Peter Hoostra, that was a total gentleman. Just a nice man. He would come up, my name's Peter Hoostra. He introduced himself the first night at the Sportsman's Dinner. And I'm not starstruck when I was these players, but I was kind of like, oh. And the first night I was there with them all, it was the first time Lennon left Celtic. And it was my phone that beeped. I got it, and my phone was getting passed around with Durant and all that. I'm like, they're touching my phone, Ian Ferguson, and all that. They were great, but Peter Hoostra, and he remember, how you doing, Frankie? You were drunk last night, and all that. Not in a bad way, And they remembered your name. The thing there could be the thing is Davy Weir was leaking stories the last time he was here, but yeah, there could well be. There could well be. No, Alan, Mose was flying. You've got no. I think that I know what you mean, but all right, okay. Look at some of the goals he scored, man. It was like, how did you do that? You know, and it was go have a look at the man. You're like, how did you do that? But yeah, but that Hong Kong was the best. Well, it was that 4 days was just amazing, man. And I'll tell you something, they've not lost any competitive edge. We Charlie Miller nearly getting sent off and all that. And I remember watching Marvin Andrews in a 50-50. I think it was against Carlton Palmer. No chance. No chance. Marvin Andrews is absolute nails, you know. Nah, I think that's a wee bit unfair, Alan, but fair enough. But aye. But they're all nice people, man. But the thing is, in Hong Kong, it was kind of different because I knew I was from out there. Well, I was in Thailand. I jumped over for the week, and they're interested in you. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I'm an interesting person, but you know, it was a lot more personal, shall we say? And on a Saturday night we had a dinner. One of the Hong Kong Rangers Supporters Club owners, he's got a nice restaurant in Hong Kong. So I can't remember. It was whatever, but he shut it on the Saturday night, and it was us only. And it was a case of see the stories that the players were telling you. It was ones they'll never tell you publicly or in with an audience. And there was a kind of unwritten tonight, no videos, no photos. Well, not you can have a photo, but just stay off your phone. Don't film anything. And nobody did. Now I'm not saying they were telling us stories that were illegal. Far from it. But it was just a bit more. There was a bit more detail. And my table for my dinner was Alec Ray and Hoosters. And see Alec Ray's stories, by the way. I was in knots, man. Because remember, he did his apprenticeship at Millwall, I think. Oh, he did. With Terry Sheringham and the stories about him and Terry Sheringham and all that. And how they were going out at night with the Millwall bushwhackers and all that, drinking and stuff. It was just, the stories were absolutely amazing, man. Moles was frightening. It was almost, when you look at it, you think, how did he do that? You know, how did he do that? Yeah. But that time in Hong Kong was amazing. That was the last time they were out for the sixes, sevens. I was talking to Scotty in Hong Kong that runs it all recently. And Scott Semple, you know his dad, Billy Semple, used to play for Rangers back in the day. I think but his dad's got a record. I think he's got the most caps for the reserves. But Billy played football in Hong Kong as well. So and Billy's well respected by all the Rangers players and all that. John Brown and that, they all know him and they've all got a massive respect for Mr. Semple Senior. And but Scotty was saying next year, I think next year or the year after, they're going to bring the 9 in a row out again because it was actually the Hong Kong Bears that ended up owning Rangers and helping Rangers. They ran it, the rich ones, but I think they were too engrossed in Rangers, so I think it may happen again. But yeah, if you can ever get out of Hong Kong to the sevens, it's brilliant. Charlie Miller, Fergie, all that Durante, Bomber. Here's the thing about Bomber, right? I think he's a kind of senior guy when it comes to all that stuff. But the kids were out as well. I can't remember whatever age they were. They weren't allowed out in Hong Kong to the last night. And see, the last night they were out, Bomber was watching them all like Hawk. They're representing Rangers, and they were all out in a Rangers tracksuit, all the same one, and that was Bomber. Bomber wouldn't allow them out. Not that he wouldn't allow them out. They weren't allowed to drink. They were there to win that tournament. I think they did as well, the kids. But yeah, that was it was an experience of a lifetime. One that I'll never forget that. Like, and it was just me and my mates as well. I mean, you kind of separate from the players, but do you know who ran about was all the time? What was the goalkeeper we got from Everton? Remember, he played for the first team. He was brilliant. He was with me all night. Couple of nights we were running about. It was me, him, and George and Grant running about. One chai like not doing it stupid, just going from pubs. Like he was a gentleman, like, and he said I remember him saying to his, I can't believe I'm playing for Rangers. You know what I mean? And I think he had about 200 caps for Everton. What was his name? Scott something or something like that. I can't mind his name. But he was a great guy, and he was asking us about Thailand, and just interested, you know. I said, I'm not blowing my own trumpet or anything like that. But you know what I mean. When you say you live in these places, people do get kind of interested in that. But Gerrard coming out. Rangers are all in for this. There's no. If Rangers don't get Gerrard, it's going to be quite embarrassing. Let's be honest. You know, for the board, because Calvin is all in with this. You know, and Gerrard, whatever his wages will be, his wages. Gerrard's not a money. Gerrard's not. His wages won't be the first thing in his mind. Don't get me wrong; he'll be paid, but there'll be huge bonuses as well if he gets a cup, if he gets a semi, if he gets semi-final. You know how it goes, gentlemen. You all know how this all this. Yeah, I'll be on again tonight, Neil. Wee Tam's on about 9ish. So it always helps when there's somebody else to bounce off of, you know. And again, Wee Tam's get I think Tam's 1920. He's got the young team's perspective. Then you've got the old fart like me, you know. Like when I'm going for I need to go and switch the heating off actually. But yeah. We're in a good place. Did you see Ricky Neal on Sky the day? He was good. I go on his podcasts now and again. Ricky, what was it? Aye, Ricky. All about the Bears. So please go onto YouTube, go onto Facebook, and type into the search bar "All About the Bears," and please like and subscribe to Ricky. He's good, right? And Ricky's connected, by the way. I see the night, mate. I don't know what time I'll start, but we tabs on from 9ish. Take it easy, man. Don't work too hard. I'm going to stay until 3 o'clock, and I'll sack it till tonight because I can. This can get a bit tedious for y'all. So that you don't need to click follow, but you know what I mean. You know, the thing is, you guys, I get the content from you guys. From you just give me the push, like you know. But people seem to. There's Ricky the new on the telly. All about the jazz podcast. Ricky, I might be on with him on Friday if I get good. If I can, I say that I think I'm sharing a room offshore, so nah, that'll not be happening. But yeah. See this job far enough, it's going to knock my pan in. But all about the chairs, yeah. Please go and do it. Let's say I go on their podcast. I might be on Friday. But yeah, saying that can you hear that? Can you hear that background noise? Yeah. Aye. But yeah, it's well, a good place. It should have been. See, my view on what's happened. Okay, we have to talk about it, but I'm not going to dwell on Russell Martin's time here. He's gone. Let's just talk about what's going to happen in the future. What we feel. I think it will because listen, Tam, Gerard himself, he'll want into see right. The last Gerard's had a 64% win rate, which is it could be higher, but I think Gerard himself will want to get here, get his feet under the table, meet the players, and all that stuff. I'll just get an email. Simonson, that's it. That's him. That's him. He was a real nice guy. Aye. So what was I saying? Yeah, he was a real nice guy, and I tell you, Jimbo, he was like, I can't believe it, Rangers. He knew the predicament. He was eyes wide open. He knows under normal circumstances United brought to be here, and he said I, I would never ask a football player how much he get paid, but he said he dropped his wages to come to Rangers. Says I know this is a one off, you know. Yeah, I saw that. Good luck to him. I've got no the kind of person I am now. When I was younger, I was different. But see, now I'm like that, whatever, mate. You know, I hope Gerard's at Ibrox now. I can tell you, Gerard's at Stephen Gerrard's at Ibrox right now. I can guarantee you that. I guarantee you that. So I'm just talking to Ricky. I asked him to come on live, but he's in meetings and all that. Yeah, that's at Ibrox right now. That's amazing, man. I'm just posting it. Sorry, you know me doing two things at once is not easy. Brilliant. Gerard's at Ibrox right now. Get over there. So he's jumped in a plane yesterday to come. Hang on. Sorry. I'm just catching up. Oh, it's John Brown. Aye, okay. Class, man. No, it wasn't him. It was Simpson. No, what does it say, Richard? What is it on Insta? Right, I'll head there now. Jermaine Defoe. Jermaine Defoe. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. Coming into. That's Jermaine Defoe. Thanks for that shout, by the way. I'm here. I'm here, by the way. Yeah, I've just seen that. Aye, the old strip. Yeah, he's at Ibrox right now. Yeah, fact. Absolute fact of Rooney. Oh, sorry to hear that. But yeah, it's a great talk, wasn't it? That's that fact. There we go. It's Ricky Neal that's saying it, and Ricky knows. Ricky knows. Ricky knows. Let's go. Aye. Oh, fart in a bucket. I'm here. Rangers. This is exciting, man. I'm going to go off here at 3, right? Or maybe not now that this news has come through, but I'll see. Um, this is exciting, man. Peter, what else? Right, you've got to remember, right? See, when we think like that, let's take a wee breath. Jermaine Defoe knows the situation we're in now. He knows Gerard. He knows what job. He doesn't post that without knowing something. You know what I mean, mate? Well, you may be there, Robert. You may be right there. Whoever he wants, Bob. I know that's a very. I think Gary Mack, Beale will be there for certain. Yeah, I know. Yes. Ricky Neal said it. Ricky knows. Ricky, you know, I go on podcasts with him and all that, but Ricky knows. I've asked him to come on here, but he's busy or whatever. Yeah, we're getting a club back. It's the standards, you know, just. And that comes from his Gerard's time at Liverpool. We can't deny that. You know what I mean? I see. Yeah, I'll need to take mine out. Actually, I left it in there with the gerbil, but that's a story for a different podcast. Eh, anyway, we'll leave that there. Billy Reid. That's man, it's a nice feeling, this, isn't it, man? I really said something bad there, but yeah, brilliant, man. This is class, man. I love this football club, man. Sometimes you absolutely hate them, but not hate them, but yeah, it's just some of the comments you get are funny as anything. Yeah. You can leave. You can get. Oh, I've not put. See, the thing is, see when I forget to put it to Rangers fans only on that posted, you get the Morlocks coming on. So there we go. See that? Oh, he showed us no loyalty the first time. Anyway, aye. So and Ricky, if Ricky, imagine we win the treble. I know. Yeah, why not? I mean, I get why people will be like that with Beale, but yeah. Karen, there you go, Karen. That's a lady's perspective. Yep, absolutely. I'm just going to turn the heating off for it. We'll be back in a second. Shut this window a bit. The sun is in my eyes. Yo. What's happening? SPL. Yeah, here we go. Right, let's see what happens. What are you saying there? Oh, yeah, ball bag. Ricky Neal told me. And he's tweeted about it. And if Ricky says that, you can take it to the bank. I smell shit. Well, we'll see. There's still negative ninnies on there, but anything. Oh, no, it's Ricky Neal who are going to put all about the Bears. He's in the media. He knows agents. Remember, he was on. He was live once. He was live. He did his podcast this morning, and it was with an agent. So I mean, so he knows. Ricky knows. But yeah, here we go. See this. Yeah, I understand, Gavin. Yeah. Let's go. Okay. I just see guys that are saying F that. I'm just going to ban them. Just cancel to the page. But yeah. I don't know, mate. I'm not sure. I couldn't answer that. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty. And off the scale that Gerard, what's his chops? Defoe posting that. This is good, man. Come on, give us a news flash saying Steven Gerrard is. That'd be good. That's it. We'll see. And look, Stephen, he'll have learned as well. He'll have learned from his other clubs, and he say things weren't quite there at Villa, things weren't quite there in Saudi. At Ibrox, things were perfect, as he said. Absolutely. Let's see. Let's go part two. That's a good way to put it, Paul. Maratha will be in the building. Maybe, yeah, maybe, Jim, maybe. I think, yeah. I mean, let's be honest. To get to the States for them is not difficult. They've got a private jet. They can be in a private jet within an hour. You know. Okay. You don't do Zoom calls for legal stuff, but yeah. I mean, Bahrain's no far. I'm used to flying, so it doesn't bother me. Like Gerard will be in a private jet from Bahrain. I mean, Bahrain's tiny. It's not the size of Aaron, but it's not a big place. I don't know where he stays compared to the airport. He's not far from the airport. Yeah. Just switch that off. What's this? I'm just see the one thing about YouTube. It's hard to moderate. You still get he still get the too many beasts coming on, and it's hard to moderate. Shall I say? It's yeah, it's interesting times, man. I'm just looking at socials, but aye. See, anyone else told me Gerald that I was something like, all right, okay, and anyway, well, I mean, if Ricky says it, you know, and Ricky's got a good rep amongst the fans. You know, he's got the podcast. He goes on Sky. He was on. It's Ricky that was on Sky. That was who was on Sky this morning talking about Rangers. Is that Ricky? Yeah. So yeah. Gerard's at Ibrox right now. Yeah, absolutely, mate. Steve, do you know the one that I'm looking forward to him talking with and getting involved with? Obviously, all the players is young Raskin and wee Finn Curtis. He'll take both of them under his wing. Raskin's going to flourish under him because they're similar players. You know, not exactly, but you know what I mean. Gerard's probably get more goals in him. Saying that Raskin still scores, but you know what I'm on about. I think everyone's going to you're going to see a 10-20% improvement in every player minute right off the bat. You know. So brilliant. Fuck off. Sorry for Spain. Right now, I'm just on WhatsApp and stuff. Where am I going, guys? Just forwarded it to a few people, but yeah, cool, man. I hope if he's at Ibrox, man, he better be. Yeah, because Steph, they're no different from us. Some of them have been total awe of him when he walks in. I mean, that's Steven Gerrard, man. With the way he presents, and he knows who he is, but not in a pretentious way. You know what I mean? He knows I'm Steven Gerrard, like. I'm still here. Sky. Yes. But yeah, the Thelma will be gone then. Gerrard holds it. We're not keeping a director of football that the new manager doesn't want. Off you go, yeah. Yeah, that's not going to happen. But anyway, I'm not really bothered about that right at this moment in time. We've got great players. There's good football players in there. I think you'll see a big difference in Joe Rothwell as well. You know, yeah. Warburton was all right. Warburton was all right, but it was just the no plan B thing. You know, yeah. Warburton's got a place for me at Rangers, if you know what I mean. Warburton's, you know what I'm coming from. He's not a Rangers great and all that, but it was him that brought us up on it. So, you know, aye. Yeah, man. It's just a nice feeling to be able to talk about this instead of talking about a guy's haircut or his misses, his bazongas, or you know what I mean, just and getting treated with contempt. You remember Gerard's interviews, man? They were class. Even when we get beat, it was his fault. It wasn't a player's fault. He's not going to throw an 18-year-old boy under the bus. His confidence is shattered as it is, then getting blamed on TV for being young. You know what I mean? So I think Gerrard and Tav are close. I would even put money on it that Gerrard's always kept in touch with Tav. You know what I mean? Just as mates. You know, and I'm going to guess Sky News.
Where he won the title in 2021. Our reporter Gordon Duncan is live at Ibrox Sports this afternoon. Good afternoon. Do you think this would be popular then? Certainly being.
Yeah, I loved listening to him yesterday in the podcast. Forget about the Rangers connection, all that. I just liked hearing about his career. Yeah, and he knocked his back, Bob. The reason it was 7 because he said, "No, I don't want the job." That's another thing people are missing.
Jack, because both of the Rangers review, he's covered more Rangers managerial change than he would care to admit. Because Steven Gerrard, popular, universally popular. I don't think universally popular, but certainly very, very popular. He's the only name that the Rangers fans are really talking about right now. He seems to be the front runner in the eyes of the fans. People here at the club will say there's a process going on that don't restrict yourself just to one candidate. There's other candidates that will be in the frame. If you're the Rangers support right now, it's Steven Gerrard. That's the only name that they're talking.
Just talk to my pal.
Why is that? I know it's the obvious fact he delivered the title. Is that it? How do you assess what he did before?
All day. But yeah, it's just nice to be talking about something. Even though there's people don't want him, and we all understand that, it's still talking about making Rangers better. You know. Yeah, it's anytime you beat, that's my fault. You know. We've got to win the first game though, Steph. Let's be honest, mate. CV man, I'm a mechanic.
Ticks more boxes than any other candidate right now. I suppose the boxes he doesn't tick would be not much managerial success.
Right, I'm just talking to my mate about this. This is me talking absolute pants, by the way, right? You all know how hard this last 14 years have been. You we all know how hard this last 14 years have been. We had 3 trophies, 1 league title, which was great. Right, let's think about this. Well, with a terrible start to this season, we're not going anywhere. As of Sunday morning, we were going nowhere fast. In fact, let's be honest, we're in a relegation battle technically, right? Imagine we won a treble this year. We're due it, man. That would be unbelievable. It's not going to happen, but you know what I mean. Oh, just a second, mate. This is a work job. All right, thank you. All right, okay. It's worth shape. Just talk to my mate about saying we're not putting pressure on Celtic. Yeah, Europe is. Europe's always a sideshow. Hang on, Gregsy. Yeah, sorry, Mr. Mike. Right, sorry. Right, I'm back with you, Greg. Greg, I've told him I'm live, so he can come on here and talk. Yeah, it's absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's at Ibrox now. See this gentleman here, SHHA. He's a Hearts fan, but he was extremely decent last night. Nobody give him abuse. He's a good guy. He's allegedly at Ibrox right now, mate. So that's good news. So you so you can breathe. You can breathe because he's worried that we take his manager. We take Derek Thingy McInnes. Yeah, but aye. Chris Jack's on the telly. He's always talks sense.
So they have to look at what they want as well as who they want, and once they narrow that down, I think it will lead them to Steven Gerrard. For me, as I say, he's the guy that ticks most boxes. But look at Kevin Muscat, as we mentioned. There are other candidates in there who tick some of the same boxes that Steven does in terms of knowledge of the league, that friendly with the fans, albeit from slightly further back. So I don't think we should say it's Gerrard all in. There will be other candidates. All
Yep.
healthy processes involved.
Yeah, that's all you're on here for, isn't it? Yeah. Well, yeah, it'd be nice, but possibly, yeah. Imagine that. Brilliant.
Starting to feel like the only name though, as far as the supporters are concerned. Some interesting few days ahead. Gordon, thank you very much. Rangers Americans are believed to be keen on Gerrard.
Yeah, I think there is better players. I think you can get a game out of these. I mean, there's some players, like Ryan Jackson. They tell me, imagine having a Ryan Jack there. That'd be brilliant. But maybe tomorrow, champ. Maybe tomorrow. Yeah, I can listen to Chris Jack all day and all night. Yeah, absolutely. I see. Well, I'm probably getting abuse on the page because I've said Gerrard's here. Maybe I was a bit of me think maybe should I not jump to gun. I believe Rick. Is that Jim? Aye. Jim Clark. But aye.
Let's just bring you Ryan from Spain over there as well, qualifiers against Georgia. Yeah, they all do that around the team house. It was drawn to the squad. For a muscle injury blow to the gates, will be replaced by the former back defender Iberic. There will be no team house to Spain.
Aye. I don't know. That'd be interesting. I don't know. Yeah, just that right. One more. I'm all good, Jason. All good. It was you the chippy last night, wasn't it? From the Anstruther one, aye. I know it's different. Gerrard's close to them. Yeah, Gerrard's in that bracket, and that comes from Liverpool. I've mentioned it before. Liverpool were similar in clubs, the histories and whatnot, with awful disasters. There's Gregsy. Better no, not with Barry Ferguson. It'll be Gary McAllister and Michael Beale to start with, Gregsy, because they're his two. Then it'll be because when he said in the Rio Ferdinand interview yesterday that when he was at Rangers, everything coaching wise was perfect. So if it was perfect, then make it perfect now. I think Defoe will be involved as well. I think most of us so I believe Ricky Neal said it. So if Ricky says it, I believe Ricky. He's got this. Yeah, that's fine. I would put money on McInnes, probably our next manager, but we'll wait. That's a while away. And McInnes will end up the Scotland manager as well. Yeah, it's simple as that, Jason. That's what Ricky Neal said to me. So if Ricky knows, whatever. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. Sorry, me doing two things at one time is not easy. Just I just put up who it was Ricky. Did I hear the CEO got rid of the kit? I don't know the story behind that, but yeah, there was something. I don't know. I never really get involved in that. That's it. That's it. That's it. He knows he's not. Aye, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's it, Craig. You know, every single player at that team, no matter how good or bad they've played, gets a line in the sand. Yeah, well, if he doesn't want Gregsy, the thing is, if he doesn't want him, we'll get rid of him. Gerrard holds all the cards here, you know. So, allegedly so, mate. Allegedly so. Ricky Neal saying so. So there. Yeah. There's a guy just made a comment on the page, and he's right. He said, "How many of you, for those that say they want Kevin Muscat, how many of you actually watched his team play?" And you know, there's a fair point there, but I've not. I'm just going in these statistics, which you know, I'm not a stats guy, but yeah. So yeah, there we go, Richard. I would say so. I think that makes sense, mate. Gerrard's at Ibrox. Stacey. Yeah, it just, you know, Jason, that's just, yeah. He's coming into mate, Jason. He's not coming. This all fits, doesn't it? This all it almost looks coordinated, if you know what I mean. Get yourself in a taxi up to Ibrox then. But yeah. Aye. It's exciting times, man. I'm buzzing for this. Maybe it could well be. Go, Richard. Yeah. Let's say it's Ricky Neal that said it, and Ricky was in Sky Sports News today live. So I believe Ricky. That's I can't say anymore. Maybe. I'm not, but yeah. I guess there is a bit of a thought here. It'd been photographed somewhere, was it at the airport or something like that? But who knows? It is. There's something here, isn't there, Jason? It's almost as if it's like a movie. It's almost as if flipping Netflix are involved or something like that. There's a director, you know, or somebody saying, right, you do this, sack him, then we'll do this, we'll do that, we'll do this, you know. But yeah, that's not what's happened. But you know what I mean. The thing is, I absolutely, like people say Gerrard failed when he went elsewhere. I hate using them as an example, but so did Walter. You know, I mean, he failed at Everton, so. And always use Company, Vincent Company, as an example as well. You know, and I don't like I say, I feel guilty when I mention Walter, but I've got to, you know. Walter went down to Everton, and he didn't do too well. Shall we say? Almost got them relegated, but I'll drop one on you, you wee twat. I've known Mark. Anyone that's looking at that thing, I've known Mark the best part of 40 years. So, I've got up to all sorts. There's a stories about him in Nithsdale Road where sitting with an apple in his head and a guy pointing a flipping air rifle at him. Right, up the road. That was a Saturday morning kitchen job, but anyway. Oh, yeah, well, there's nothing wrong with Beale coming. Gerrard doesn't have a Twitter account, so there we go. So that's that out the window. Yeah, he is, he is that. Villa are a big club that we can't discount Villa, but yeah. Yeah, there's that, Craig, as well. That's it. And there's nobody fitted better at Rangers than Mr. Smith than Walter. Good on you, Jace. Yeah, forget about Thelwell. It's complete one of them. But yeah, he'll be put in his place because that press release from the owners the other day, that was them getting their arse scalped. Let's be honest, that wasn't a glowing reference for them. I'm going to assume Gary McAllister's going to take the role that Gary McAllister had. Why not? Why? I mean, Defoe can be there as a coach, yeah, but not Gary McAllister. Be doing his own job. Remember, we can have more than one player doing stuff, but one coach.
Insurance, we'll be there for you. Call us today for a competitive car insurance quote.
But yeah, it's he started on Monday, mate. Started on Monday. Oh, guys, I'm not going down that road. It's just somebody lit stink bombs off. I'll leave it there again. I know that there's legal stuff there and all that. I'm not having that. I'm not talking about that. Yes. Yeah, that's Irish now. Yeah, that's as simple as that. Aye. And Jason, they also know what's happened the last 14 years. Their eyes are wide open. They've got off to a bad start, but they've sorted it fairly quickly. It could have been done earlier, absolutely, but it wasn't. But we're here. It's only 7 league games, and we're in the semi-final of the first trophy we're in. I got it, I don't know what that means, but aye, okay, cool. He's made one mistake. I think he's made a lot of mistakes. He's given Everton £10 million. He's employed Russell Martin. He's employed his son. Do you want me? He's given his mates jobs. He's brought the Man United guy in. I'm sorry, he's made a lot of mistakes. He didn't make one mistake. He's made mistake after mistake after mistake. Whatever Gerrard wants with Thelwell, Gerrard will get. Whether he's there in a much reduced role, who knows? It might be a case of Gerrard to say, "I want X player off Millwall or whatever. It doesn't matter what club. Go and get him." Because in the past, Russell Martin's just Thelwell's been bad for Rangers in a bigger picture. There's more than one mistake there. That's yeah, and there'll be other ones as well. I can't remember who the other ones were, but yeah. That'd be amazing, wouldn't it? Yeah. Yeah, that'll be sorted with Gerrard. I mean, the loads will be here all season, and there's nothing wrong with that. They're here, and there's players in. There's a player in all of them, but yeah. But it's the Women's World Cup. Yeah, watching the cricket, but I mean, it'll be interesting to see who he brings in as a player wise, who he fancies and all that. What positions do you think we need to strengthen? I guess all of them, isn't it? What for? He's been terrible since he left. No, I think he's in jail as well, isn't he? I think he got arrested and stuff like that. What for? There's, I'm not. The thing is, Bob, that's just doing what we're doing. There's more than Gerrard. There's more than Alfred Morales can score goals. I'd rather bring others back than him. I don't know, mate. I don't know. Don't know. Absolutely, Rich. That could happen. That could definitely happen. This comes from somebody extremely close to the backroom. Gerrard's at Ibrox right now. It's meant to be him, Gary Mack, Tom Culshaw, Steve Davis, and Defoe. All right. What about what am I talking about? And that person, that's a different one, different person, but yeah. You never know. Yeah, left back, yeah. There's something that I know. We don't need him back. He's done his time. I believe so, Anthony. Yeah, Ricky Neal said so. If Ricky says so, you can take it to the bank.
And then that really does put into jeopardy this entire series. The reluctance to play injured bowlers that's been a theme of this particular Australian selection panel. If he's not fit, he won't play. His ability to prove his fitness will be challenging once we get into the helter-skelter nature of matches.
Yeah, just messaging Ricky there now.
Wolves will hold talks this week about how they can strengthen in the January transfer.
Right, Ricky, he's right. There's Ricky's tweet about it, right? And he messaged me before he tweeted this. Okay, and what's his source? Staff inside Ibrox.
They gave a contract extension less than 3 weeks ago. Since then, Wolves have improved slightly, losing just one of 4 matches in all competitions. They're hoping for further improvement after the international break. James Tarkowski has signed a new 2-year contract extension with Everton, keeping him at the club until June 2028. The 32-year-old has had 128 appearances since joining the big transfer in 2022, becoming vice-captain in that time as well. Tarkowski said he's experienced a crazy few years with lows and massive highs. It's moving from Burnley, but these exciting times are now ahead and his future in Merseyside. Arsenal are in discussions about how they can improve.
Jermaine Defoe, man, I love that guy, man. I'm here, by the way.
Which could see the capacity rise to 70,000 potential stay at Wembley.
Defoe's Instagram. My spelling, man. It's a nice feeling in it, man. I'm here like I might log off in a bit. Yeah, maybe. What's he just posted, Jason? I make sure people tags can't come in. What?
Best paid sports star on the planet, having moved to Saudi Arabia in 2023. That deal alone is said to be worth £300 million. He also has other dealings over a 10-year deal.
So what did Raman say in STV? He's a Rangers man, by the way. Sorry. Right, Harry. Yeah, it just needs coached and confidence, the arm around the shoulder, Marty, you know. Right, what's Raman's STV? Sorry. How do you spell his name again? All right. STV. How do you spell I know I'm trying to find it myself. I can't even remember how to spell his name. How do you spell Raman's name? F off.
Well, since Grazia left Vicarage Road, what we've seen plenty of managers come and go. There have been 12 different permanent managers. None of them have been in charge for 2 full seasons. Only Tom Cleverley has managed all of the
Aye. How do you spell his name?
Petzolano leaves Watford after just 10 games in charge. We mentioned we understand the decision to sack him was made after falling out with a number of players in the squad. Feedback from players to
Okay. Ah, man, saying he's in London. All right, okay. Hang on. My phone's going mental, sorry. Right, okay. I've been told. All right, I've got my. Thank you, that. Okay, it could well be. Right, I've got it. Aye.
6 points currently off second place, Middlesbrough.
Blair's saying there. What's Blair saying? Yeah, this is Tav's last season. You might find he getting a contract extension, but won't be first team. It won't be first pick. He'll have to drop down, which is fair enough. But that's something for summertime. Something for summer.
For the last 5 years instead.
I might pull that post actually. Okay, will do. You see that?
Obviously, got my family to support me. And obviously not
I may as well change it.
employed hotels and all that stuff and Starland. Obviously, the health and guys and target as well. So massive. But yeah, we're going in the right direction. Obviously, no one knows what's been going on behind the scenes, and obviously, I won't be saying anything. And it's just the right time.
Yeah. Hang on, where am I going? Yeah, I've just seen that. On the shot, that's right. Which is good. He's not coming, man. Maybe. We need to wait on him, don't we? Aye. Sterling could play when fit. Maybe. Ricky is though. Ricky is. I try not to post stuff like that, but I might have jumped a gun there. But anyway, we'll see what happens. I've deleted it because of my shite bag. So there we go. Yeah, see, look, the Fane's Defoe's picture of the jacket, man. That's just, yeah, exactly. Listen, I'm going to jump off for a bit, right? Because there's too much going on now. There's too much going on, right? I want to focus, right? I'll see you in a bit. I'll be on later tonight. Tam's on later. What time is it? 3:30. And I want to get something to eat. I've not eaten a day yet. Cheers.